Hello fellow YouTubers, in this video I'm going to be doing an unboxing and overview of this Antec 450 watt power supply. You already see what it looks like, so if you don't like it, skip this video. If you do like it, or if you could give it a chance, well, have a look through and maybe you'd be interested. So the model is Antec VP450P, VP450P from Antec, and it's 450 watt continuous power supply. And it's cheap as chips, so let's get started. Alright, so the box looks like so. As you see, it's just as advertised, 450 watt power supply, ATX 12 volt version 2.32. And remember, it is, as it advertised here, strictly power. And what that means is 450 watt continuous power. It includes 120 millimeter fan, which adjusts to the temperature, very big plus. Continuous power, as I mentioned, active PFC, 85% max efficiency. So what that means is if you draw from the socket 450 watts, the actual wattage going into the PC would be 450 by 0.85. So let's say around 400 watt. Most of power supplies would have this, if not every power supply. Is just the way it works. Designed by Antec in California. So there you go. Here we have just the dimensions. I don't know if you guys even can see it, but it says 140 millimeters by 150 by 86 height. Pretty much standard. Very important bit is here, which shows the connectors. So we have the 24-pin connector for motherboard, obviously one. Then we have 4+4 connector for the CPU. Well, it's really for the motherboard. Also obviously one 6-pin PCI Express connector. Hopefully it says 6+2. We'll see. Floppy connector, which is could be useless for most of you, but some RAID cards and some sound cards still use them. 4 Molex connectors as usual, and 4 SATA connectors. And then we have here a little table explaining the power output, which I'm not going to go through. And here we have obviously all these promises and everything explained. You can pause the video here and have a look at it. So yeah, next thing, let's open the box up and take the power supply out. So the packaging is pretty simple, as you see. Cardboard, recycled and recyclable paper. We have obviously included the kettle plug, which seems to be of a decent enough quality. Not too cheap, not too shabby. Most important thing is obviously the power supply. So power supply looks like so. On the side you have it looking like this. So that's what you can have looking at you when you open your case. Some specifications, serial number and all that. We went for that already. 120 millimeter power, quiet fan, and also actually it's temperature adjustable, just like I mentioned to you before. Very important feature because you don't want it blasting all time. Now inside it's pretty much like any inexpensive power supply, so don't expect much, but don't be too disappointed. It's Antec after all, so yeah, make quite nice power supplies which do work and don't give too much trouble. Now, cabling. First things first, you probably noticed we have a sleeved cabling here for the motherboard connector, which is nice because there's tons of cables there and you wouldn't like it to be otherwise. However, I would like to see at least the CPU, CPU again, motherboard connector sleeved, but anyway, this is a budget power supply, so nothing to want. 6-pin PCI Express power. Unfortunately, it's not 6+2, so in case you have a graphics card where 6+2 is required, might be a little bit disappointed there, but you can get that from Molex, I suppose. There's your 3 SATA connectors, power connectors. And then we should have a little bit more here. So we have for motherboard power, It's all a little bit dangled. Hopefully I can make it work. Okay, I was worried there for a second. So 3 Molex. We have another Molex and another SATA connector, the floppy connector, and as I mentioned there, the motherboard connector as well, 4 and 4. So yeah, it's heavy-ish, but not too heavy, so that's fine. Cables are not sleeved, and it's not a modular power supply by any means. However, it's a budget option, and if you look at my last video, which I did unboxing of the Zalman case in the video before, which was a gigabyte including the power supply, these two options are actually quite a bit better, especially because Antec has a good support, and the Zalman has a very nice case. I don't know about their technical support, however, there's not that much that can go wrong with the case. Now, just finishing off, we have obviously screws for the back of the case. Unfortunately, they are all nice and shiny. I would like to have some black ones, but it's not a big deal. And here we have all the descriptions and things like that. So yeah, guys, I'm not gonna drag too long. Let's sum it up. So yeah, very quickly, basically, this is the boxing packaging, and these are the included extras, accessories, or whatever you want to call. All the cabling is there, as you see, all loose, nice and messy. Depends on you how you're going to manage it in the case. I don't see any problem for myself. We're going to be doing it installation in the Zalman case. We're going to be doing a full setup there, so no worries there. Overall, the power supply looks pretty neat. Inside, as I said, not too much circuitry, but we'll see how it performs. That's the main thing. And all the necessary connectors they included for myself. So yeah, I'm happy about the purchase because it's one of the cheapest ones I could find there. So yep, I hope you liked the video. If you did like the video, click like the button and subscribe. You can ask any questions in the comment section down below, and thanks for watching. Have a nice day.